Drugs and alcohol almost killed me, fame and fortune definitely almost destroyed my life.
It's not about the pop stars and the rock stars, it's about a connection. You gotta let me talk.
There was that backlash on disco where they burnt all those disco records. Well, ours was one of the records they burned.
Terry Hatch.
Like, yes, Terry Hatch. I have full purpose and passion in my life, and I found a higher power.
As people, as human beings, where would we be without music?
Music has been the best thing in my life, kept me alive. It gave me a reason, gave me hope.
Put your hands together and scream out loud for Ray Kennedy!
I am a singer, a gospel singer. I sing for pleasure, I sing for people, all for fright. Hey, I'm on light. Sail on, sail on, sail on. Sail on, sail on, sail on. Should I say it? Has music taught you about life?
I would have no purpose without music. I was a street kid, Italian kid in the streets of Chicago. Was running with street gangs, but I always loved music and was a drummer, and that's something I always did well. And my mom always said to you, someday you're going to be great.
What was the name of your first real band you can remember?
Jimmy Ford and the Executives. And it was a horn band. It was a horn band. It was a great band. It was Dick Clark's road band. Terry Kath was in that band, and so was Walter Parazater.
And that was the guitar player who became Chicago.
He was then the bass player, but you know, we got fired from that band, and then we formed CTA, what eventually evolved into Chicago.
Now the transition gone from Terry and Robert into the new group.
Right.
What do you think the transition musically that you're heading for, what you'd like to achieve right now?
This band sounds like Chicago on steroids.
Mr. Danny Seraphine on the drums! If I had my choice of matter, I'd rather be with cats than cross the mental chatter. I know where their bodies at, relating to each other. So strong the will could be, resisting all environment with each every group I see. I'm a man, yes I am, and I can't help but love you so. No, no, no. I'm a man, yes I am, and I can't help but love you so.
Is it fun for you guys to play like Mick Fleetwood, the guys from Yes, Dave Mason, Macy Gray? Is it fun for you guys to
Fun to listen. We want to get off quick.
We are actors.
No,
You can rent us out. We will play parties. We're going to charge a hell of a lot of money.
Why does it have to be so sad? Why does it have to be so sad? Why does it have to be so sad? Why does it have to be so sad?
how important was music and having that in your life through your education?
My mother dragged me to piano lessons since I was 7. I hated every minute of it, but it helped me a lot in school. It teaches you to think, to think bigger. You think differently. It kind of conditions you to be creative and use your imagination a lot more, just naturally.
So the preparation.
Yeah, it's just good. Like brain exercise, like how you jog, to get in shape. It's good to get your brain in shape.
Music is brain food.
It is it gives you a really healthy head, I think.
Games, changes, and fears. When will they go from here? When will we stop? I believe that fate has brought us here. We should be together, baby. But we're not. I'll play it off, but I'm dreaming of you. And I'll keep my cool, but I'm feeling I try to survive. And I'm choking, it's alright when I stumble. Oh, I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not there.
What was the single most important thing that you learned from your audiences?
You can't fluff off an audience. They know. And you have to learn to honor that. Walking on a stage in an altered state
was a very common occurrence with
Very
me.
common.
Yes.
For all of us.
However, there was a strange honor code in myself and in Fleetwood Mac, was that we very, very rarely started our performance in too much of an altered state, because of the fact that we were aware of wanting to do something that was worthwhile out there.
Your name's never on the writing, and yet you're there for hours playing it and working it out. And it's
Damn
still
fool.
Yeah. Do you believe that you should have gotten a share inclusive in some of the compositions, Mick? Let's be true. Are we true?
I think in retrospect that would have been appropriate. It
would have been a
here
nice
and there.
gesture.
But I'm telling you from my heart, I don't feel strange about it. From time to time, you know, the wish to have maybe been part of that would have been, you know, certainly financially a better situation for me. But the real essence of who and what I am and my function, I'm very clear on what that is. I don't sit in my living room playing a guitar or piano. I need people. And that has been the life source, in a way, of the history of Fleetwood Mac. That's how I look at my legacy, that's how I look at who I am as a person, and I feel extremely blessed that my journey was exactly what I wanted to do.
Yes, I, Mr. Mick Fleetwood. Mr. Dave Mason. Seems I've got to have change of scene. Me too, baby. Every night after strangers dream. Woo! Why? There's another way it might have been. Might have been wrong way. But someone locked the door. Sing it right there. Come on. Feeling all right. All right. Too good myself. Too good myself. Everybody. All right. Now feeling too good myself. Oh yeah.
I'm not afraid to say it. There has to be a God, because if I don't have a God in my life, I'm not going back in that street.